Good morning, everyone. My name is Steve Reed. I am a regional manager for ROI, and I wanted to thank everybody for your time this morning, taking a few minutes of your day to hear about ROI and everything that we have to offer. We're going to spend a few minutes talking about our core products, ROI Print Manager, and also a little bit about our newest product, Print Driver Management and Print Server Elimination. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started here. So why ROI? We know that there are a lot of choices out there when we talk about print output management for you. There's a lot of players that have been there for quite some time. We've been out there doing this since 2003. We feel that we are just as comparable, if not better than the competition. We've got a great proven reference base out there for you. We are very, very strong in mobile print. It's our own product. It's not a bolt-on product like some of our competition out there. We also have some very, very competitive pricing out there when it comes to head-to-head competition with our competition out there. So one of the advantages is you are going to deal directly with us as the software manufacturer, and we're here to back you up and to help you win deals with our marketing and support programs behind us. We only sell directly to dealer partners like yourself. We are always looking for authorized dealers out there in the country and in specific areas. We are never going to sell our product directly to end users, so we will not go around the corner and take your customers away from you. We've got some great customization that we can do on the device panels on certain OEMs, so that's a plus out there. We're going to talk again a little bit later about print server elimination and driver management, and that's a great product to lead with the IT departments because this is something that's very exciting to them, really helps their workload issues they have. We're also going to talk about our dealer analytics program and how we can build some customizable quarterly business review reports for you to use to help enhance your customer experience out there. So this slide just talks a little bit about some of our customers out there. The point of the slide is just to show you that we fit into pretty much any vertical market that you have out there: commercial, education, healthcare, government. Chicago Public Schools there in the middle there, probably one of the largest school districts in the country. It's been using our product for several years now. Ernst & Young actually came in and did a post-product install review, and they were able to show a 46% decrease in their print environment costs by using our product to analyze their fleet and right size the fleet and do some other managed print services initiatives there. So that's one that we're quite proud of. We're very strong in the K through 12 area. One of the reasons we're strong there is we do not charge for the number of users in your Active Directory. We only charge by the number of print devices that you have in the environment. We'll talk a little bit about that here in a minute too. So here are our products. This is what we do. So at a base core product at the top, we are a print and copy tracking and reporting product. So what this means is we will track everything that a user does from their workstation from a print point of view. We're going to track who they are by their login name, what application they're printing from, what the document name is, how many pages, black and white and color, whether or not you're duplexed or not, what printer you're printing to. All of that information is stored in our database, and then you can actually pull that information out in various means from a reporting point of view and analyze that information. Secondary piece to that is once you get that analyzation taken care of there and you determine that there may be some issues that you may want to change some user behavior out there with your customer, then you can build some rules around that printing behavior, and that's where this module comes in. It also has a quota management piece to that, so you can build rules around color printing or a number of pages or move print jobs from one device to another. A lot of flexibility with rules You can build quotas against a environment or a department or a user, anything that you want to do there also. We also have a robust cost recovery and billing program where we can apply pricing and costing to any jobs, any type of jobs, color, black and white, whatever it might be, and we can use this information to back bill against accounts in a legal situation. We just had a recent install at a large school district on the East Coast where they have a little over 250 MFPs out there, and they wanted to be able to look at and bill back against a teacher level, a staff level at that school district, and we were able to accommodate them very easily there. User authentication and single sign-on. This means that we can embed our product into an MFP. We can allow the user to walk up and authenticate at that MFP with all the usual suspects. They can type in their user credentials, their Active Directory user credentials. We support all types of swipe cards or proximity cards. We can use PIN codes. So any of the basic ways of authenticating that device will unlock that device and allow them to use the device as normal. And then we will also track anything off the glass against their name also. So any copying, faxing, or scanning off the glass will be tracked back against that user. Single sign-on means that our credentials are passed on to any of the native apps there to help alleviate any additional issues from the end user point of view. Secure print release, also known as pull printing or follow me printing. One of the biggest and probably most important pieces of our software. You've all heard those information, from the industry about the amount of savings that can be done by eliminating the wasted print jobs on the output trays. So this is exactly what we do. We're able to allow a user to print to a personal queue. They can walk up to the MFP, authenticate there, look at their print jobs on the machine, pick and choose what they want to print and or delete. They can do some actual queue management there. In other words, they can change the number of sets that are printed. They can move a job from color to black and white, from a simplex job to a duplex job, that sort of thing. We can also do secure print release through our mobile app. We're going to talk about that here real quick here. We have a very strong mobile app, as I mentioned earlier before. So you can download this mobile app to your Apple or your Android phone, and you can actually see your jobs there and pick and choose which device you want to print those jobs to and such. Mobile guest and hospitality printing. Again, we also have the guest and hospitality capabilities there, much like what you do if you're staying at a hotel and you need to print a job in the business center. You can send a job via an email attachment, or you can upload to a web page there too. So very basic from a mobile printing point of view. And then we're also going to talk about our remote driver management and deployment capability. This is a new product for us, and we're very excited about this, and it's directed towards IT departments in the mid and large size area. And we'll get into that in just a minute here in a little more detail. One of the things I wanted to point out here is that all of these items that are in blue are all included in our full license. So if you purchase a full MFP license or a full standalone printer license, you get all of those pieces in blue. The remote driver deployment and management piece is a separately priced item. And I should mention too that if you guys have any questions, please put them into the question box there, and we'll catch up with your questions at the end here. Mobile print, touched on a little bit of this. Very strong. All of our rules and all of our quotas will work with our mobile print capability. We're going to track all the usage through that. We integrate multiple different ways, one with Google Cloud Print. So if you have any schools out there using Chromebooks, we integrate directly with that. We can integrate to Apple AirPrint. Again, we can use that mobile app by walking up to a single function printer, actually scanning a QR code on that printer. It will tell our server that you're standing in front of that particular printer, and you'll be able to view your documents on your smartphone or your tablet and then print those documents there. And again, you can send an email, get a PIN code back to release your job, or you can also submit the document through a web browser. Okay, our print server elimination and remote print driver deployment management. Again, this is excites the IT guys that are out there. A lot of time and effort spent by IT in managing print servers, many times multiple print servers in a site and in an environment. And this allows us to consolidate all those print servers into one that runs through our program, our software, and IT can actually manage that print server from one admin user interface. And they build an organizational model that shows all of the different locations where print is required. Could be in one local location, or it could be multiple locations across states. They're able to manage and administer all of the printers and drivers in that location. And they're able to remotely deploy and update all of these print queues and drivers to all of the workstations and servers. So in other words, if there's a new update to a driver, they have to just do that update at one admin area, and that's automatically sent out and updated to all users out there. Another good piece of this is deploying new drivers for roaming workers. So if you have a worker that normally works in Los Angeles and he's traveled to the St. Louis office, for example, he can simply log into a URL, point out the fact that he's now in St. Louis, and it will automatically download the appropriate drivers for him to print in St. Louis. And you can set that to also delete the drivers that were there for Los Angeles. And that's all done through a self-service portal for the users to be able to identify his location and his particular printers there. It's a great product. IT is very excited about this. It saves them a lot of time. As you know, they get a lot of calls about needing new drivers. So this helps them prevent those calls coming in from a user saying, hey, I need to print to the XYZ machine down the hall and I don't have the driver. This will allow them to do this automatically through the self-service portal. This is kind of what it looks like. This is our admin console. Down the left-hand side, you can see all of the pieces of our product here. But IT would build this particular organizational model, and you can see at the top in the center here, we start at the U.S., West Coast, Phoenix, actual street, right down to a floor. You can import a picture of the floor. You can actually place the printers on that floor plan so that when the user logs into the self-service portal, they're going to see something like this. They'll be able to navigate right back down to the Tucson second floor of building number 1. They'll click down here and say, this is my current location, then it'll automatically download those drivers for them. So again, very cool product, very exciting to IT. This allows you to meet with IT and get them started on our product at the beginning, where they may when you talk to them about a print output management product, their eyes kind of glass over. Oh my gosh, this is another project we've got to administer. But when they look at this product, they get pretty excited about this because this really helps them from a workflow point of view, cuts down on their workload. And then you can add the other pieces of the product later on, as this is all integrated in one software installation. All right, ROI analytics. This is the piece of our product where it allows you as a dealer to actually reach the data that normally sits behind a customer's firewall. It allows you to get that data out and use it into your MPS program to help build your relationship with your customer. So what this does is really takes that customer discussion beyond the device. Normally when we're doing a quarterly business review, we're talking about volumes and downtime and, situations like that. Really it's kind of almost a boring conversation. It might not be the right word there because it can be quite exciting. But this allows you to bring user level workflow and that data into the conversation. It allows you to open up the conversation for other opportunities for services and solutions, and build some extra revenue here for you. Helps you retain your customers out there. We actually integrate with FM Audit, so those of you on the call that are FM Audit users, we can actually integrate with FM Audit and give you some user level reports inside of FM Audit. And we can also build some automated quarterly business review reports through FM Audit and really show you some the ability to do some cost savings with your customer here. So let me show you what it looks like. This is a screen real quick from FM Audit's version 4. So if you've ever seen this before, we've drilled down to a specific little Ricoh color printer here. Normally you'd see meter information, supplies information, service information. Now you can add user data from ROI Print Manager, and you can actually see the users that are printing to this device over a particular period of time. This happens to show a previous year. You can see the total number of jobs per user and actually the applications that they are printing from here. There are also several print reports that are integrated within FM Audit. These are just very few of almost 80 reports that we have natively within our product, but some of the most common ones, you can see the top 20 least used printers, most used printers, users printing from the internet. Another one I like, users printing from email. So how does this work out there, the integration? Normally you've got the DCA sitting out at the customer here, the device collection agent for FM Audit. We then have an installation of ROI here. There's a communication, a proprietary communication that takes place between our product and FM Audit. That information is sent up to the central server, which might be hosted at your location or in the cloud. It comes over into our ROI analytics piece in the cloud, and then you can pull that down. I'll show you what that looks like here. From a rep or a sales manager or a sales admin point of view, they can actually log in to this analytics portal. They can pick the customer they want to see the information on, the date range that they want that to cover. You can have that sent via email back to a rep. You can schedule that different periods of time. Once, monthly, quarterly, annually, that sort of thing. Once you pick or choose generate, you're going to get a customizable PowerPoint. You'll get an email with a link to this PowerPoint. The rep can open this up. It's very customizable, simple PowerPoint, so you can make changes to this any way you want. It's going to pull the customer name out here for you. You'll put the rep's name or the presenter's name in here. It'll pull the date. We'll go into a meeting agenda that you can fill out. Then it goes right into an executive summary, which is very cool. Not only are you going to see information that's pulled from FM Audit about volumes and such on the jobs, but you're going to start seeing some of the user information. So you'll see an average volume per user over black and white and color. You're also going to see down here the number of users that are printing and the number of users per device. So some great information from an executive summary point of view to get started on this PowerPoint. You're going to pull some fleet statistics and the composition of the fleet here, pretty normal stuff from FM Audit. You're then going to start seeing some print volume by location, could be a department. Print volume trends, color versus black and white. Then you're going to start getting into some of the reports that are interesting here. Top 20 high volume users. So you're going to be able to see these users by their Active Directory login name. This top one here, user number 2277, they're doing a lot of printing. Yes, all in black and white, which is probably okay. And you may be able to say, hey, this the amount of volume is typical of this particular user's job situation, but you may drill down to some of these and see that, this user here, a lot of color printing was being done here, and maybe that's not appropriate. Maybe it's just a situation where their driver is not set to defaulted to black and white, that sort of thing. So a lot of good information here. You're then going to go into the top 20 users printing from the internet. Maybe that's appropriate, maybe it's not. Top 20 users that don't duplex. Top 20 users printing from email. That's usually a very big eye-opener for purchasing people and CFOs out there when they see how much email printing is being done and how much of that is in color. So this is a great area that you could build some rules around that help eliminate some of that abusive email printing. Top 20 most used printers. And again, maybe more important, top 20 least used printers, so you'll be able to identify the printers out there that are not being used. You can redirect those, reuse those someplace where they are better allocated, or possibly retire them. Maybe these are inkjets that are very costly that you don't want to service, that sort of thing. So very good report there. Again, top 10 applications by volume. Typically you're going to find Word as being one of the top applications that's printing. But again, a good report. Then it goes into some cost-saving strategies. And here, this is an actual example of one of the pop-ups we can build. And these pop-ups are completely customizable. You can put pictures in here. You can change text, anything that you'd like to do here. This particular rule was set up so a user could send a job, anything up to 3 pages, to their little inkjet on their credenza. But if the job is over 3 pages, they'll get a pop-up and it'll say, hey, wouldn't it be better to send it over to this Ricoh or this HP with some significant savings? And they have actually, in this case, a choice. They can click on the green check mark, actually send the job as they wanted, in which case they'll be tracked as breaking a rule, or they can cancel the job and redirect it back to one of the more efficient printers. So that's a good example of cost-saving strategy using a rule and a pop-up. Again, we can also determine which underutilized devices are out there in the fleet. In this case, we found 2 printers that printed less than 3 pages. There's a little bit of information here about electrical usage for the low-end printers out there. So again, a good discussion point for your quarterly business review. Here's an example of a print quota alert pop-up here, and in this case you could send a quota up for email and internet printing. So you could allow printing from the internet or email, but you build a quota. Maybe 30 pages a month is all you get to do, or 10 pages a month is all you get to do, and then all of that has to be in black and white, that sort of thing. So again, lots of flexibility with rules and quotas. Again, secure printing, pull printing, follow me printing. This is, again, we've heard all of those statistics. Up to 15% of print costs can be eliminated by using secure print out there. This happens to be a picture of a MFP screen that shows login information. So this could be their Active Directory login and password here. It shows the QR code that can be used for authentication and mobile printing, secure printing. This icon here can be changed. It could be our icon, it could be the dealer's icon, it could be the customer's icon, so that's all customizable out there for you too. Okay, we go then into another recommendation screen. So this can be, again, customizable by based on the analysis of the information you've excuse me, you've obtained. So you might want to talk about rules or quotas or secure print. We go into a past quarter in review. We go into a commitment to action. So what's going to happen moving forward? Who's going to be responsible for that as we move forward? And that's it. That's basically our quarterly business review through our integration with FM Audit. So it allows you guys to build these reviews consistently over your Salesforce, allow them to be scheduled quarterly, whatever it is you'd like, and give you the ability to open up the discussions with your customer in areas that you don't normally talk about in a quarterly business review. So we like to talk about this, putting your dealership in control and kind of taking your MPS program, one step forward here. Most organizations we found really don't use all of their document management software that they have in place, and the customer typically has control of that information behind their firewall. You as a dealer don't usually have access to that information, but this will allow you to get that information out, get that user level data, and basically build a way to give some ongoing chargeable services for your customer too. So you could add that to your service contract, for example, and actually manage their program moving forward, managing the printers and such, the rules, all of that. You guys can agree on whatever kind of a savings level that you want to reach over the life of a contract, and you can manage to those goals and reach those very easily with our product here. Okay, we also have a partner portal here that's available for our dealers out there. So when you become a certified dealer, you have access to this portal. You can reach that point through our website here, roiprintmanager.com. You have a restricted login to that site. We don't publish any of our pricings on our website, so a customer cannot see any pricing there. But through this portal, you'll be able to reach all of our software downloads, all of our tech docs, videos, how-to videos, that sort of thing, all our sales and marketing information out there. You can also submit a support ticket if you'd like. That's all available to you on our partner portal. Okay, pricing and licensing, how does this work? Okay, different from our competition out there, we only license by device. So we only care whether you have MFPs or standalone printers out there. So a full license, there's one price for a full MFP license, another price for a full printer license, which is less expensive because we do not embed our product into a standalone printer. But you can see that a full license will include all of these pieces: your print usage tracking, reporting, your rules-based, your cost recovery, being able to authenticate at the MFP, being able to do secure print release and mobile print. Now, if you like, you can, these asterisk items can be licensed separately. So if you want to go in at a low cost with a customer and just go in with print usage tracking and reporting, you can do that. Again, we do not charge by the number of users in your environment. It's one reason why we're very strong in K through 12 education, in that typically you've got a lot of users but a fewer number of devices. So we are very, very competitive price-wise in that area. The add-on pieces, the extra cost pieces of our analytics piece through FM Audit, and our print server elimination and print driver management piece. And again, we're licensed just by device or printer, and we have discounts for education. So any questions about pricing? I'm not going to go into specific prices here, but if you have any questions at all, you can, you'll have my contact information at the end here, and you can reach me at any time, and we can talk about that. So real quick, we're about ready to wind up here. In summary, from an output management point of view, we feel we are very strong out there. Very scalable. We had a major OEM at the end of last year actually compare our product against PaperCut and Equitrack, and they found us to be just as strong as those products and more scalable than PaperCut, and definitely stronger than both those products in our mobile print, as it's our own product, our own developed product. Again, we have very competitive pricing. You're going to be dealing directly with us with any issues. We're very flexible, so if you have some tweaks to the software that needs to be done to make your customer happy, we are available to quickly do that for your customer. And again, we only sell to certified dealer partners. We don't publish our pricing on the web. We don't sell to end users. Our print server elimination and driver management piece, again, very strong for IT out there. I should point out that we have another webinar that's going to happen next Tuesday at this time that's specific on this print server elimination and driver management piece that will go into much more detail. So you can go out to our website, to our webinar program, and actually register for that. It's next Tuesday the 29th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time and 8 a.m. Pacific Time out there. And again, just a reminder, we have our dealer analytics program, our integration with FM Audit, and our customizable quarterly business review reports. So that's about it in a nutshell, a very quick overview of our product. Here's my information here, my email, my phone number's here, so if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'll leave the screen up for just a second while we check to see if there's any questions here. Let's see. We had one question. Who would your main competitors be? Again, we touched on that. PaperCut, of course, everyone knows that. Equitrack out there. Uniflow from the Canon side. A few other ones that are stronger in Europe, but not so much here in North America. Probably PaperCut is our #1 competitor out there. And again, we have some strong comparisons and competitive advantages over PaperCut. PaperCut does charge for the number of users. We do not. They also charge for the number of servers they install on. We do not. So some great advantages there. Okay, let's see if there's any other questions here. Let's see. Are your services similar to Print Audit? In a way, yes. Print Audit does have some user-level information that's available through them. We are probably more robust than the Print Audit capability and have more ability and more information that we can pull. And of course, they don't have anything like our print driver management or print server elimination piece. Hopefully that answers your question. Let's see. Here's one more question for you. Do you have a free trial available? Absolutely, yes. There's actually a tab on our website that you can click on that will send an email to us, or you can reach out to me. We can set up free 30-day trials for your customers, show them how it works, everything that it can do. We can also, once you sign up as a dealer, we can set up an NFR and not for resale at your location so that you can actually use it and learn how the product works inside your own print environment. So yes, good question. Here's another one. Do you offer installation services? Yes. So when we put a quote together for you as a dealer for your customer, we can also quote on installation services there. We can do all of that from start to finish for you, or we can train your analysts to do installs themselves, and we recommend that your analysts get trained and get familiar to do the installs. They're not difficult. I actually installed it here on my PC here in my office, so if I can do it, pretty much anybody can do it. So yes, very straightforward, and we can either install for you or have your analysts install. And that looks like about it. Let me see if there's any other questions here. Can we get a copy of this presentation? Yes, absolutely. All of you that have registered and attended will get a link to a copy of the presentation. I've recorded this for you, so you'll all get that. If for some reason you don't receive that link, just reach out to me and I'll get you a copy of that. No problem. And again, if you'd like a one-on-one presentation and get into detail on some of your specific questions here, I can do that for you too. So reach out to me anytime. So that being said, looks like there are no more questions. I'll let you guys get back to your day. I appreciate your time. Hopefully you found the presentation informative, and possibly you're thinking of some clients or customers out there right now that could use our products. So feel free again to reach out to me anytime with your questions. Be glad to help. Thank you very much.